What's up, Sickle Cell Warriors? It's Mercedes and welcome back to the channel. Welcome. I'm so happy to see you all here. And many of you have seen the Sickle Cell story time video. I had a really intense crisis this year, and you all, it was so intense I could not ignore the recovery part. I just had to come and tell you all how I recovered well after a hospital stay. So in this video, I'm gonna give you 16 tips to help you on your recovery journey. But when I left the hospital, you all, I was not well. Like, I felt like my body was shutting down, and it was not a great feeling, but I knew I had to get home and do the work, okay? So I was in a lot of pain the first couple of weeks that I returned home. And then that pain eventually digressed to a soreness. So it was little more than workout hurt. And then that soreness digressed to a stiffness. So feeling very cardboard-like, not easy to bend. Like, to bend was a very forceful action. So I had to really get home and do the work in order for my body to get to the point that it's at now. I asked my holistic practitioner after what he saw, and based on what he knows, practicing holistic medicine for 42 years, how long should I be expecting to be in recovery mode? Because after a month, I was like, okay, this is a little long and drawn out. I'm ready to be healed. I'm ready to get back to my walks, but he said expect a full 90 days. And that 90 days means that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do in order for my body to heal properly and fully. The first tip that I have is use peppermint oil on your pain. All right, so peppermint oil is a really good topical medicine. I knew it worked when it started helping with headaches that I would get. So I would just put some on my temples, and I would notice the relief that I would feel probably 5 minutes after I applied it. Now, when you put on peppermint oil, you do want a spot test just to make sure you don't have any kind of allergic reaction. I would get a high quality peppermint oil to make sure that you're receiving all the benefits. And you want to mix it with the carrier oil. So I mix mine with coconut oil because coconut oil is my absolute favorite. It just makes my skin feel good, and it's an antibacterial oil. So if there is anything yucky on my skin, it's going to take care of that for me. Number 2, a massage, okay? Now, when I first got out of the hospital, I couldn't really bear to be touched, but as the pain lifted, I could be massaged more. But until that point, I was just getting a little light something in areas that I needed. Make sure you're getting a massage. It helps the blood to flow. It helps to release tension in the body. I haven't went to get a professional massage in a while, and that's simply because my rib was hurting at one point, my hip was hurting. And I didn't want to tell the therapist, you can massage everywhere, but you got to avoid this spot. I didn't want to have to do all that. So I had family massaging me, which was really nice because, they honored what I told them as far as, hey, this area and that area hurts. Please, don't touch it. But I'm going to go get a massage, a deep tissue massage very soon because my body's pretty much healed up. I only feel a little lingering pain in my hip. Number 3. Take you some magnesium baths, okay? If you're feeling pain, soreness, stiffness, any of the sorts, a magnesium bath is just going to make your body feel so good. You're going to be warm. Your anemic nature is not going to be bothering you when you're in a nice bath. And you're also going to feel a lot of relief when you get out, okay? And it's going to be lasting relief. It's not just going to be like, okay, I took this, it wore off. It goes to healing the body. Magnesium is very healing. A lot of Americans are super deficient in magnesium. I actually ordered myself some offline the other day. The brand I like is called MagTech. It's $40, but I had to get some other vitamins, so I went with Doctor's Best Magnesium. And it's going to do just fine. So make sure you're taking a magnesium bath as often as you can. and take you some magnesium capsules, all right? Number 4, heat therapy. So anemia and heat, it just goes together, right? Right. So you want to make sure that you're putting a heating pad on whatever part of your body is giving you pain. And what I personally like to do is get a bowl of hot water and add some lavender essential oil to it. I have some lavender going in the diffuser now. Helps keep me nice and calm. I like adding some peppermint oil to it, and I'll put a rag in there, wring it out, let the rag absorb the oils, and I'll put that hot rag on wherever I need it. If it's my arm, my back, my leg, wherever. And that lavender is really going to help you calm down and relax. It's going to calm the pain down. The peppermint is going to go to work on the pain, okay? And then our skin, it absorbs it. So it's going to work internally. Number 5 is castor oil packing. And I love castor oil because it is a special oil. It goes to mend the tissues and it works as a detox. So the way you would castor oil pack is to get some castor oil. I use the one by Heritage Farms. Is it Heritage Farms? And I get a cloth. I put the castor oil on top of the cloth. I put the cloth on my body, and then I apply a heating pad. And I let it sit there for 30 minutes to an hour. That's good. And I do it probably 2 to 3 times a week. And that was just because I was healing. On a normal occasion where I'm just using it on my liver to detox, I'll do it once, maybe every 2 weeks. So castor oil packing is a real treasure, and it's going to help you from the inside out, okay? It's something that you can't see working, but it does work. And if you do your research on it, you'll fall in love with it too. Number 6 would be clay packing. You put the clay on whatever body part. The clay works to pull out whatever is in there that's causing inflammation. So today I'm working on my liver. So I'm just going to put the clay right here. Okay. Ooh, it's cold. It's a little cold. All right. So now we're just going to take some of the tape and put it on there so it don't come off. And I also do this on my uterus. If you have any bones that are broken, or you're trying to get your joints to feeling better, like let's just say you're having knee pain or some kind of shoulder pain or something, you can also do clay packing on that area. Last, I really like to put clay in my baths. I do this just for maintenance throughout the year. You can do the clay packing for isolated pain, and you can do the clay bath if you just are feeling a little achy, or maybe you feel like you need a detox. This will be really good. Number 7, we talk about it on every single sickle cell video. Drink a lot of water. We cannot afford to get dehydrated. Let's have a sip. If you got your water next to you, let's take a sip together. This is about to be super hydrating and good for the body. So make sure that you're drinking your water, because water helps your blood flow better. When your blood is flowing better, your cells are not getting stuck in your joints, okay? Water also helps the cells to be juicier. Have you ever put a chia seed in water? If you leave the chia seed in there, the chia seed plumps up over time. If you give your body what it needs, if you hydrate it like you need to, your cells are going to benefit from it. So think about it like this. When you're drinking water, you're making your cells nice and juicy. You're helping them flow. You're helping those sickle cells not stick together as much, okay? Number 8. This probably is the number 1 tip, quite honestly. But it's number 8 because I didn't put it in any particular order, but resting. Resting is the best medicine that you're ever going to have in life. When you go to bed, your body goes to work. It goes to work to cleanse, to detox, to heal, to put together what has been broken. So make sure that you are getting a good, decent amount of rest. And this isn't just after you've had a crisis. This goes for your daily life. Getting rest could just make your body so much better. Like, it increases your immune system. It increases your brain health. It helps your blood to flow better. It helps your liver to detox. It helps your body in so many ways. So just make sure that you are getting an adequate amount of rest 7 days a week. Okay, and I raise my hand because I don't always get the best rest or go to sleep at night when I'm supposed to. But I do my best to get in bed at a good time, and I sleep in when I have to. Okay, so rest up, warriors. Number 9, raw food. Now, you all, we had to talk about raw food. Why? Because raw food is superior to cooked food, to fast food. And the reason that is because there's live enzymes in live food for live body. Okay, so when you give your body natural food that has not been cooked or processed in any kind of way, it helps your body to heal the way it's supposed to. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are not eating only cooked food, and especially, like, it's 2023 almost. We shouldn't even be eating fast food, honestly. Like, I know it's a convenience thing, but that's a slow death, y'all. Like, fast food is just toxic. I can't lie about that. Fast food is pretty toxic. Like, I saw, I'm not gonna name the company, but on this cup, win this food for life. I can say it, win McDonald's for life. I was like, win McDonald's for life? You wouldn't even be alive to eat that food for life. You'd probably have no more than 10 years consuming that every single day. Yeah, y'all, eat live food. Cut out the fast food. I know it's a convenient thing. If you do go get fast food, have a salad from Subway. There are options, okay? If you're like, oh, this food doesn't make me full, bring some chia seeds with you. Put it in some water. You can do it. It's a mind thing. And it's the way that we're programmed. Yeah, just make sure you're eating raw food because your body's going to heal quicker with you eating really good food, okay? Number 10, make sure you are drinking raw juices. So raw juice, like tart cherry, super good for inflammation. Apple juice, super good for the gut. You want to make sure that you're not getting it from concentrate. No added sugar. You don't want that Mott's. You want that apple juice that's dark because it hasn't been processed and super filtered. The stuff that's going to make you go to the bathroom, number 2. Okay, beet juice, super good. Have real juices. It's going to cleanse and flush you. Number 11, overall health supplements. So the supplements that I was taking when I got out the hospital would be vitamin D, B12, and wheatgrass. I'm taking vitamin D because I'm not out in the sun as much. It is winter where I am. And it also helps with bone health. I was also deficient in vitamin D like 3 months ago. So I make sure to take my vitamin D, B12, because it gives me energy. And it helps with the cells. And wheatgrass because it cleanses the blood. So I'll put a little bit of wheatgrass in my coconut water in the morning. And it's a really good way to hydrate because when you are asleep, your body is detoxing. So you wake up thirsty. So drinking coconut water rehydrates you. And then adding the wheatgrass to it, it cleanses the blood. Number 12, gut health supplements. When I got home, I was taking colon broom. You can find it in the link in my description box. My holistic doctor sells it. And it's a fiber that helps to clean out the gut. Even though I wasn't eating much, I'm still very mindful of my gut health, making sure that I add fiber in so I can go number 2. And then when you take all those drugs, it constipates you. So instead of taking a different laxative, I took a natural one. And probiotics because I had antibiotics, and antibiotics wipe everything out the system, the good and the bad. And I worked diligently to build up that good, but I'm working to build it back up. And probiotics is a part of that process. Number 13, feeding myself mentally and spiritually. So this looks different for everyone, but personally, I prayed, I meditated, I put puzzles together, I read a lot, and I rested. I just made sure that I did everything that I could to put myself back in a good mental place, because sometimes being in a hospital feels like a total defeat for me. So I have to make sure that I pull myself out of that place. Like, God, help me with this, please. Help my mindset be renewed. I know I'm not defeated. I know that I'm going to be well with sickle cell. I'm expecting the best, and I'm moving with intention, moving forward. So please help me on my journey. Like a prayer to God. Just make sure you're affirming that you got this and that you are well with sickle cell. Whatever helping yourself mentally and spiritually looks like for you, make sure you do that, because it is a whole thing when you go into the hospital. Number 14 would be stretching. Oh, am I sweating? It's okay. It's okay. This ring light is nice and hot. Let's go back. Okay. Oh, yes. The benefits of stretching will amaze you, sickle cell warriors. You have to stretch. Right after this video, I'm going to stretch. Let me not lie. Right after this video, I'm going to eat. And then stretch, okay? So make sure that you're stretching, because it just really loosens up all the tightness in your body. And when your body is tight, it just don't feel good. Like if you've never stretched in your life, get you a good stretch in today. It might not feel good at first. You might feel like you're pulling something. Don't do it to the point of hurting yourself, but a little pull is okay, okay? Your body's getting used to something else. So make sure you're stretching. It's really going to help you in your recovery. Number 15 would be tea. So you know we're tea lovers on this channel, right? Okay. So make sure that you're having herbal tea. Teas that are really good for the blood, teas that are really good for the liver, teas that are good for calming you down mentally. Some of my favorites would be lavender, chamomile, burdock root is super good for the blood. Dandelion root is one of my favorites. Raspberry leaf tea for the ladies, because that's really good for the hormones. And then I like to make homemade ginger tea. And ginger tea is super good for inflammation. So make you some homemade ginger tea, okay? And number 16 is dillweed. Okay, so dill is really good for detoxifying the liver. I make dill ranch for my salads. I pretty much put dill on all my food. I'll get fresh dill, dried dill. I just love the taste naturally. And when you crave something, it's probably because your body needs something. But you all, those are the 16 tips that will help you recover well after a hospital stay. Feel free to use these tips often. I don't do everyone every single day, of course, but when I feel like my body needs something, I make sure to fulfill that need. If I'm in pain, a little peppermint oil. If I'm a little sore, that bath time is real good for me. A nice massage every so often. I put that dill on the salad every day pretty much. Okay, if I want to switch it up a little bit, I might change it to cilantro, but dill is so good for the liver that I have that every day if I don't have dandelion tea. But I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me again. Please put in the comments below which one of these tips you do often. I would love to know, out of these 16 tips, which one is the one that you go to the most. I will see you soon. Peace.